Hi everyone, welcome to Good Life Chefs by Jeff Tyler YouTube channel. I'm Jeff Tyler, I'm a chef here in London from New Zealand, and I'm going to show you today how to prep a fillet of salmon for sashimi. Okay, just before we get started on that, I would like to ask you if you'd like to show your appreciation, subscribe to this channel, like or share, and if you'd like to leave a donation, you're more than welcome to do that to help out my cause. Let's have a look what we've got in the box today. Alrighty, so huge Scottish salmon fillet. Wow. Okay, let's get cracking. Now for today's demonstration I'm going to be using my sashimi knife again. This is a large knife. It's very special. It's not what is necessary. You could easily use a traditional sort of Western style chef's knife if you want. I'm choosing this one. Okay, so where do we start? First of all, let's just make sure we've got a nice clean surface to work with. Okay. And that's really the last time we want to be touching any of that surface now. Right, we're going to take off the collar. Okay, so we lift up slightly under the pectoral fin. Insert knife about there. Not sure if you can see that, but poke through and out on an angle. Okay, so that gives us a nice curve here. It's for presentation, and also there's a bone sticking out there. Okay, and then we're just going to give this area, this side here, a nice clean cut. Okay, and just that last little bit of skin there, and that is our collar taken off. And now we've got a beautiful clean cut around. Next up, needs a bit of a trim. This tail part here, we're not sure, we don't actually need that really for sashimi. It doesn't have a high fat content and it's a bit tough. So that is removed as well. Lovely. Now we're getting a nice fillet, as you can see here. The next thing we need to do is take off this belly, and to aid that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a section of it off here. Okay, so that's now removed, the belly is gone, and we'll deal with that in a minute. Now next up we want to remove these bones off the inside of the belly. So at this point it's good to understand the anatomy of a salmon. The inner rib cage comes down like this, and right at the top here it has another set of pin bones going down, and you can see that this one, it's been slightly trimmed here. Normally they meet each other, and because they meet each other we need to separate them. So we slide our knife under like this, and you can see this bone has been separated from the middle bone. Okay, is as easy as that. Make sure we get the last one, and we just slide the knife under, and you can do this in a couple of goes. The idea is to save as much meat on that belly side as possible, and there it goes. Okay. First up comes pin bone removal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We're going to trim this. So I think about halfway, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, nice clean cut. And then I take this piece, and I'm thinking about sashimi here. So I know I can make a nice section here. So I'm going to come slightly lower than the center line here. And I'll explain that in a second. So forward, back, and clean cut. Now this very center section I want to show you here, it runs right the way through, and it's actually quite a tough, not very nice piece of meat. So we actually cut that out for sashimi. So I'll do that now without too much wastage. Okay, that's done. And that piece there, we can use it for congee, cooking, stir fries, anything, but not so good for raw sashimi. Not terrible, but not fantastic. Okay, that's wonderful. We will keep that as a side of sashimi now. That's perfect. Saku. We take this piece here, and again I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go slightly to the right of that center line. I'll make my first cut, second clean cut. Okay, that's ready for sashimi once I get the skin off, and then again down that center line, and we're good. Can be a good idea to wash your knife in between cuts. Make sure you use cold water. Keep the fish nice and cool, and that'll just help you if there's any scale or any skin slime or anything that's come up from cutting through the skin. That'll help you keep your fish nice and clean. Okay, I'm just gonna open that edge. Wonderful. Okay, now for taking off the skin, there's a few ways we can go about this. One way is to go through like this and under. Another way is to hold the skin from the back and push your knife through along the skin. And another way is to line it up on the edge of your chopping board here and put your knife in and bring it back like a seesaw. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. And let's see what we've got. Alrighty, so lovely clean again. So always preferable to have the higher side of the fish towards the body. And we're just going to come slightly off the board, get the first cut there. And again. Coming back to the belly now, you can see anal fin, and it runs on an angle like this through here. So we will take that off, like so. Okay, we've still got the anal fin there. He's now gone. And at the same time, I'm just going to take the skin off. Okay, we'll just remove it from that area where there's a bit of scales, etc. And we'll just come back through to take that belly lining out. And then trim up that last little section there of sort of fat and gristle. And then we have a beautiful clean cut belly. There we go. Guys, if you have any questions or any comments, please put it in the comments down below. and I'll try and get back to you on the next video. In our next video, we're going to be cutting up a fillet of hamachi from Japan, or also known as yellowtail. So I hope you'll join me back for that, and see you soon. Cheers.
I will run, I will climb, I will soar. I'm undefeated. Oh, jumping out.